Here we are, T-Mac, in a liberally run Australia this week.
So they say.
Liberally run by Mr. Tony Abbott.
Yep, so they say.
Who is a Liberal Prime Minister for this country, leader of the Liberal Party, who's now leading our country. Liberal, who did you vote? You voted Liberal. You didn't vote Liberal, did you? You voted the losing side,
well, I didn't,
Labour.
I didn't do one of those throwaway votes, let's put it that way.
I
mean, some might argue.
You voted for Labour, it was a throwaway vote. They were never going to win.
Well, okay.
It's not out there. That Liberal won the Australian federal election. So everyone's very excited about that. I know I'm very excited.
Are they?
No, they're not very excited.
Jesus Christ.
Can I be honest? I don't care who won. I don't care who wins, and it doesn't matter who wins the next one, because in 4 years' time, everyone's going to hate Tony Abbott.
Yeah.
And then Labor's going to go back in. And then 4 years after that, everyone's going to hate whoever's the leader of that party. And then the Liberal person will come back in.
Well, I mean, there was a pretty good Labour run there for a while, wasn't there?
Which
Because wasn't Howard the last Liberal?
He was Liberal, and he was in for like 12 years. He was in for
12 years, but then he hasn't been in for
8 years.
Right. So I don't think,
or in politics in general for a while.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is, it's not going to just change next year, then the next year, then the next year, next year. It'll probably be a bit of more of a stretch there.
I don't know. I beg to differ.
If we're lucky,
if we're lucky, we're getting political with.
I'm hoping. What I really want to see Abbott do is I want to see him go down a motorcade. Sitting on the back of a convertible car.
Sure. Yep.
And I want to see
Keep going with that.
I want to see him go by a book depository.
Visualize it. Why does everyone hate Abbott?
I want there to be a grassy knoll somewhere in the area. Okay. I want there to be a magic bullet, if it were.
I'm gonna be an Abbott advocate.
Okay.
As such, T-Mac. Okay. And later in the episode, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. I'm going to go more in depth about how I'm going to advocate Tony Abbott. But I don't know why everyone hates him. He's no better than any other politician that we've ever had.
That's right. He's no better.
Or
exactly right.
You
just made my argument.
He's the same.
Thank you just made my argument.
He's no better. How is
no
Kevin Rudd better than Tony Abbott?
He's much more intelligent.
Why does that matter?
He's more organized. He's a thinker. Abbott is a dumb fuck.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
What prime minister goes around hanging his dick out in fucking Speedos?
Like, Josho's prime minister.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Josho's prime minister gets his dick out whenever he can.
Josho's running for prime minister, now campaigning in Geordie Shore. He's going to get banged. He's banging.
Dicks out for the votes.
Banging.
Get your dicks out for the votes,
ladies,
everyone.
Get the hair down and the flaps out. Josho's in Geordie Shore.
How did he win then if he's so unintelligent and such a bad politician?
Well, that says something about the Australian public, in my opinion.
I think no one wanted either of the.
Well, that's true. I think it was just all about change. It was just all about Labor's done us wrong for a while. Let's try something different. Abbott happens to be the head dude there, whatever they call it, opposition leader. Yeah, that dude. Well, when I say head dude, I mean he gives a lot of head.
He gives a lot of head. He was the head dude for Liberal.
Yeah.
The head dude for Labor was Julia Gillard, and they got rid of her. Obviously, she used too much teeth. So we're getting too serious. We're talking about too much politician and stuff. Andrew Else, I got a bone to pick with him. Right? Every time we got a fan. We got a guy at work. He's a fan. Every time.
Let's explain why we always mention Andrew Else.
Andrew Else. He's the number one fan for the show. I mean, he might not be. We don't know all the fans. But we want to know all the fans. Email us, generational@gmail.com. Andrew Else, whenever he sees us within 5 meters of each other, it's a production meeting.
Yeah, he accuses us of having a production meeting, nailing down all our material and getting all the timing right, all this thing. And clearly, people, you can tell this is not.
There's no production meetings at all. Did we discuss that we're going to discuss this? We didn't discuss that.
No.
We're not going to discuss the next thing
we know that sometime in the afternoon, next Thursday, we'll be doing the same shit, but we'll be talking about stuff.
And while he's not here, I don't know. While he's not here, let's definitely put our point out there so that he can't rebut.
Yeah.
This is our podcast.
And he made something for us, did he not? He sent us. You're going to post something.
I already put it on our Facebook wall. If you're friends with us on Facebook, you'll see that. If not, go to facebook.com/generational and check out the meme that Andrew Else made in about 13 seconds after he saw us having lunch together.
Yeah.
There was a meme made straight away. So today, very political podcast. Well, no, it's not. No, I'm not going to talk about politics. We did a bit of that last week.
Yeah, no, that's enough.
Let's not talk about politics at all. Here's a bit of Diplo just to start off everyone's eardrum taste buds.
I know my mind is gonna be real proud. shut shit down. We'll do it big when I get back in town. Hey, hey, I'ma be the king soon. Hey, hey, I can't wait to be king.
That's the jump in, T-Mac. You ready for it? You feeling it, T-Mac?
No.
Are you ready for this, T-Mac?
No, I'm not.
I think you're ready for it. Here it comes. It's building. It's building. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? Ready for the drop.
And out comes Nicole Kidman. It is Moulin Rouge.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I didn't have that in mind so
Yeah,
much
wow.
when they were doing it. Like I said in the intro, T-Mac, I'm a Tony Abbott advocate.
Yes, you are.
Okay, and that's been pretty clear since the start. When you asked me who I'm going to vote for, Liberal.
Can I ask you, when you went to the polls,
Yeah.
you know, when you first walk in, there's like 100 people handing you flyers and shit like that.
Yeah, I thought that was a gay joke when you started off that one. Yep, continue.
Did you take those? Do you take them?
Do I take the polls?
Yeah. Do you take the flyers when you're walking through the polls?
Oh, do I take the flyers?
Like when you're walking into the school?
Yes.
Okay. When I went,
Yes. Okay.
When I went, there was this dude running for local council. This fully feral dude, holding a beer. And saying, if you vote for me, you can have this beer.
You can have the beer. Great, Great proposition.
Exactly.
Love it. What a policy.
And
how'd that go? Did he get your vote?
No, he didn't.
Did he get anyone's vote?
I actually read his flyer, and it was a little homemade thing on
written on a napkin.
Yeah, big time.
Had a bit of barbecue sauce on
but
the
that's
corner.
the way it is down here. You can create your party, and I think he was part of the ale party.
There's my major policy right next to that chicken wing. So
exactly right.
I think that's a great thing. I think that's, why not throw something out there?
It's just funny. It's just funny that anybody just thinks they can just run.
Have my beer. I want your vote. I need your vote.
Yeah.
I was talking to a guy at the gym the other day. That's right, ladies. I work out. And he said that he had a really big night on the Friday night, and he went to a club, didn't get out of the club until about 6 o'clock. All right, went to the gym at 6 o'clock because he was just so off his face. He didn't know what he was doing.
Went to the gym at 6 a.m.
It was 6 a.m. He didn't know where else to go. He
Still
was
off his face.
Off his face. I go to a 24-hour gym.
Yeah.
So he had his gym card, and he swiped himself in. He was sitting inside the gym for a bit. He didn't really know where he was, so he pumped a bit of weights. Why not?
So you're saying you were there at 6 a.m. as well?
No, I wasn't. No, I talked to him about this later on at night. Anyway, from there, he went around the corner, and there was a voting poll just around the corner from our gym.
Why not?
He saw the queues. He's like, "What's going on over there?" I sort of wandered over there.
What's going on
in
over
a
there?
half drunken state?
I wonder if anybody has any more drugs over there. I'm coming down.
Basically. So anyway, he heads down there. There's a free sausage sizzle, so he smashes a sausage.
Nice.
Right,
Yeah,
and a drink, because they were like handing them out. They were like offering them to people. And he basically went up to the chick because there was a bit of a queue, and he went off to the girl. He went up to one of the girls, and he's going, "Listen, I'm off my tits. If you don't let me vote right now, get me to the front of the line, let me vote. I'm leaving. I'm not voting. I don't care. And he was like making it sound like she wanted him to vote.
Like it really matters. The hell does she care?
She doesn't give a shit. She just worked there. She just volunteered. Anyway, she brought him to the front of the line. He voted, and he went back out.
Listen, Missy, I know you're working the polls here. I got to come in here. Look, I'll tell you what. You let me to the front of the line.
Okay,
I'll take you into one of the booths. We'll bang.
I see what you're saying.
I'll bang you.
Okay, so
I'll take you into the booth.
You and me.
You get a piece of me.
Okay.
Abbott gets a piece of me. We all win.
Are you going to vote for me? Are you going to vote for Liberal? Or?
Look, I'll put your name on the ballot as well.
You're gonna put the
Write-in
ballot.
vote.
Okay, I'm for Liberal though.
And in the meantime, you also get an orgasm.
You get an orgasm.
You down?
Yeah,
we doing this?
Let's
We doing
do
this?
that.
Okay, let's do this.
So I was actually walking past a voting poll later in the day after I voted, and they were offering free sausages, right?
Yeah.
Wandered past and they said, free sausage? And I'm like, well, I've already voted. And they're like, well, no free sausage for you.
Why'd you tell them you already voted?
Well, I mean, I already had voted. I didn't want to lie to them. And no, but the sausage sizzle was within the voting complex.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
so you had to actually go in to get the free sausage. And because I'd already voted, because I wanted the free sausage.
Yeah, absolutely. You should have just gone, I'll take the free sausage, go in. And, oh, shit. You know what? My notes for voting are in the car.
Yeah.
I forgot who I was going to vote for. I had it all written out, all the candidates, all 97 candidates.
I was ready to go.
For international
anyone
listeners,
do that?
Dude, the voting ballot here is about, for international listeners, it's about 6 feet long, honestly, which is maybe 3 meters or something like that. It's like a damn roll of Gorilla toilet paper or something. It's huge.
Stupid. And you've got two options.
You got two options. You can tick one box.
Yeah. Or
Or you can tick 97 boxes.
Or you can tick 97 boxes.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
From 1 to 97. You have to go through and pick all the people that you want from 1 to 97.
I suppose an analogy would be, buying 100 lottery tickets as quick picks.
Yeah.
Or choosing all your numbers.
Or choosing all of your numbers, every single
individually
number.
for each single ticket.
Absolutely,
yeah,
terrible.
Right.
So Tony Abbott. Okay, back to Tony Abbott. I'm an advocate for Tony Abbott. I've been giving him a lot of hard time, but you know what? There's been some crazier people in the Australian political.
Oh, okay. Pray tell.
Jungle.
Pray tell, because I'm not from Australia.
Well, here you go. Well, here's a couple of interesting ones. There was one called the Deadly Serious Party, and this is
deadly serious.
Deadly serious. This is deadly serious right now. There was a Deadly Serious Party in Australia. Basically, what their policies was dispatching a flock of killer penguins to protect Australia's coastline from Argentine invasion. An Argentine invasion.
Did they get through?
They did get through.
Yeah.
They were an official Australian party. I'm not joking about this, by the way.
Okay.
That is one of their policies. That is legit one of their policies.
The
penguin thing.
Legit.
That is 100% legit.
Okay.
That was one of their policies. I think they were openly a joke party.
We also do magic tricks.
And here's another one they were talking about. Putting a bunch of the Australian budget into an age freeze. Researching an age freeze.
Okay.
That was something else they believed in. Anyway, in 1988, they were deregistered as a party.
No, that's a shame.
They made a new rule that any parties with less than 500 members were no longer parties.
So you're telling me there's like the motoring party and there's all these different parties these days. They all have at least 500 members.
They must.
Tell me.
They must.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think that's for the federal ones. There's one for the local ones, which I also found for the ACT Legislate, the Australian Capital Territory Legislate. There was a party called the Sun-Ripened Warm Tomato Party. In 1989, they actually received 1.17% of the votes for that year as well, which was over 1,000 votes.
Okay.
For the Sun-Ripened Warm Tomato Party, and
where did they keep those tomatoes? Like, what incubation device did they use to keep those warm?
I really feel like it was a natural thing.
Yeah, I feel like
they would use body heat as such,
a lot of the female members
sitting,
inside
inside the cleavage.
Yeah.
Same election, there was another party called Party.
Yeah.
Which I believe was a German-based techno club party for the. Basically promoting, getting out there, meeting new people, taking some drugs, just doing some real family stuff.
Where does the politics come into this? I'm just curious.
There wasn't much.
Yeah, okay.
There wasn't many, but they didn't really think
do people know what politics is?
They were both also deregistered, T-Mac, so...
Yeah, okay.
I don't think people know what politics are. We should start our own party, Generational, there you go.
Okay, it's
one
done.
policy, everyone listens to Generational, on repeat.
Get some! Get out and vote.
Yeah.
I've got some really mysterious news to report on that note. The hell was that segue?
That was great. I loved it.
Okay.
It was different. I'm trying new ones.
Yeah, you are.
I'm keeping it fresh for the listeners.
I've got an analog hacking news story here. Analog hacking. We hear all of these stories. Last week it was the Japanese toilet hacking thing.
So is an analog hacking just pure theft? Just physical theft?
This
just
one is
mugging on the street.
This one's kind of like mail fraudish type thing like that. Flybys.
What's an analog hack?
Flybys.
Okay.
Flybys is a reward system. You go to Kohl's supermarkets, you use your Flyby cards, you get bonus points, you can redeem them for goods later.
Love it.
Anyone can apply for a Flybuys card. It doesn't cost anything. Recently, an unidentified prankster is blamed for a Kohl's Flyby letter addressed to a language warning here for young kids there. This is addressed to a Mr. Dickhead Cuntlicker. They issued... So the letter said, "Dear Mr. Cuntlicker."
Yep.
Enclosed is your new card.
Yeah, here you go.
On the card it says,
"Lovely
Dickhead Cuntlicker."
Can't wait to work with you.
Can't wait to work with you.
It's going to be great. You sound like a great guy.
So basically, so this unknown dude maliciously applied for the card and just sent it to a random address. So this guy got it. He received it in the mail. Just barely got it out of the mail before his kids love to go to the mail and open all the mail. Yeah. The kids didn't see it and so forth.
We just learned to read, Papa. I'm just going to read all the mail to you.
Dad, what's a cunt licker?
Yeah.
Mommy said that you don't like them.
Hello.
the Kohl's representative or the Flybuys representatives. So they have really stringent filters in place generally.
Of course they do, yeah.
But it was something about, and I quote, the combination of wording that tricked the system.
Yeah, of course.
So,
been there.
If it would have been maybe the comma prior, maybe dick, cunt, liquorhead, something like that.
Something like that.
Maybe
maybe a different order.
Ass fuse. Yeah.
Maybe with an accent. Maybe
clip wicker. Who knows?
Putting something at the end of it.
Little
smiley face.
Cunning linguists.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a band.
Yeah. Generation.
Yeah. But I just found this. I thought I'd report that because we do a lot of tech updates here. This is an analog update.
An analog? How does it justify as an analog hack?
Well, is it digital?
Well,
is it digital?
How is it a hack?
Is it digital?
How is it a hack?
Oh, well, they hacked the system.
Okay. Did they hack the system?
They duped the system. It's an analog dupe.
All they did. Okay, so let's run through what they did.
Dude, I think it's a clever one. It's a clever one.
It's very funny. It's very funny.
I think the only problem with being the prankster in this one is you don't get to see the person's reaction, and that's half the fun, isn't it?
I know, that's the thing,
It's half the fun.
Well, that's,
unless you're sitting out there, you know who you were sending it to, and you were sending it out there. And then, once the guy walks out the door, you're like, hey, dick licker!
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, straight away.
Yeah. And he turns around, whoop.
Yeah. Maybe that was... All right, how about this? How about the guy has an alias, has a whole other family in a different state, all right, and his alias in that state is Dickhead Cuntlicker.
Right.
So he had his flybys accidentally sent to the wrong house.
Yeah, that...
And he's like, someone's done a prank on me, but that's actually the name that he chose for a different state.
Yeah, the wifey was suspicious. He's sitting there with egg on his face and whatever.
Well,
she's there with something else on her face.
Someone was, there you go. Someone played a prank on me. Someone played a prank on me.
Who knows? Word of advice, people. If you do have aliases and, women who might be you might be betrothed to in other states and countries.
Okay, what's that mean?
Betrothed? It just means married, essentially.
Well, then why
Sorry to use big words. Yeah. Betrothed, married, cunt liquor. Bye.
T-Mac, I wanted to bring up something. It's a bit of a Josho fact. It's a bit of Josho fact time. It's a bit of a Josho fact time with Josho and T-Mac on Generational. It's Josho... So here's a little bit of a fact that someone else found out about it. It's fact time.
Fact time.
We need like verbal effects, like echoes and stuff.
Joshua and T-Mac.
It's Joshua and T-Mac. It's fact time. So that ate up a minute. Brilliant.
It did too. Yeah, good stuff. We're getting there.
So someone found out about this about me. Someone found this out about me during the week, and they couldn't believe it. But I'm going to tell you right now. See what your thoughts are. I have the same dinner every single night.
What?
I have steak, vegetables, pasta salad, and olives every single night.
Okay.
That's my dinner.
And
every single night.
And the reason for that is?
Because I can't be bothered thinking of different things. And it has all the nutrients and protein and iron and shit that I need.
Right.
That I want. And I don't have to think about it. Easy to cook.
What do you put on your steak?
Just steak. Just cook the steak.
Just no salt, no pepper, nothing.
Salt and pepper and olive oil.
Oh, olive oil, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, just to give it that little bit of zing.
So, and you get it really crisp, really brown.
I like it medium rare, but I still like it really cooked on the outside. So crispy on the outside, but red on the inside. So you heat the pan up a lot more.
Do you own a knife?
I do own a steak knife.
A steak knife. No, do you own like a butcher knife?
We have some scan pan knives, which are very great.
Okay,
scan pans listening.
Word of advice: maybe try cutting the meat before you cook it, and get a bit of a different. You could cut it into strips. You could do a stir fry, dude. You like a bit of sesame oil, a bit of a Chinese thing.
Yeah, but again, that involves things, T-Mac, which is not something that I want to do.
Now, is this typical behavior for your age bracket, do you think? Like Gen Yers living on their own?
My housemate's exactly the same, but other people that we've spoken to don't. They can't believe that that's the situation. They couldn't live with that. They need variety. They need to eat different stuff every single day. I am not like that, Timo.
Is this because, if I'm being analytical, is this because you have enough going on in the rest of your life?
Yeah, my life is
that you can leave that portion plain, and that the rest is so colorful. It's such a kaleidoscope of events and experience.
Every other factor of my life,
you're getting laid 3 times a day. You're going out to fucking clubs and restaurants and maybe not restaurants because you got your eating covered there. But is everything else so fucking colorful that you can afford to just eat a plain slab of steak every night?
I think it's pretty clear the answer is yes to that one,
Okay,
T-Mac.
okay,
Especially they're getting laid 3 times a month. That's
Sure.
that's what you said, yeah?
Yeah, 3 times a year. I came up with there's some bad business names out there, man. Bad business names. I was in an elevator yesterday.
Yeah.
The name of the elevator company was boldly written there on the inside of the elevator cart. Schindler's Lifts.
Schindler's Lifts.
Schindler's Lifts.
Now, I see these everywhere.
I know.
These are a big brand of
Lifts.
elevators, lifts. They're everywhere.
What kind of jokes are they trying to play?
I know.
This is a really cruel anti-Semitic joke here, honestly.
I think they started that name when the brand wasn't quite that big, and then all of a sudden, everyone's buying from us all over the world, and now everyone's seeing our brand name.
So you're saying they created this before the Holocaust?
Absolutely.
Before hundreds of thousands of Jews were killed.
It was 1938.
Yeah,
They're like, hey, this will be
Schindler's
funny.
Lifts.
Schindler's Lifts. This is
Cool.
going to be
I
great.
I like it.
I don't see anything going wrong.
Mr. Schindler.
Yeah.
Schindler, what would you like to name your company? Well, we're doing elevators. Let's do Schindler's Lifts. Cool.
Schindler's Lifts.
Okay.
Fantastic
We didn't
name.
have any. Check the copyrights on that first. No problem at all.
Nothing
It
at
should
all.
be good.
There's a Schindler's List in Hamburg, but I don't think that'll be an issue for us.
Okay. And they make showers that put out gas. I
Yes.
don't know what happened with that.
Something to do with the war. I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. They supply us. They wholesale.
Wow.
Why am I going into Chinese?
I know that's a little bit weird. It was like it was like Spanish or something.
Yeah.
It was sort of done like Eastern European.
I came
liked
across
it.
some other interesting business names. Come across. There's these are legit. There's there's a hotel in Thailand. It's the Fuck Dat Hotel. Fuck Dat
Hotel.
So PHUCDAT. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Like fuck that, huh?
Fuck that ho.
Apparently Kanye West is staying there with Kim Kardashian.
Did you hear that he cheated on Kim Kardashian?
No, but did you also hear that he has a clothing line where a plain white T-shirt branded with his name costs $150?
Yeah, I'd believe that.
Get off!
Definitely.
What the fuck?
I wouldn't pay that, but
Plain
I would
white
that.
T-shirt, $150.
I would never do that.
Where'd you get that? Is that Bonds? Hell no, Holmes. Fuck that. I'm staying. I got this at the Fuck Dat Hotel. Got the Fuck Dat gift shop. Okay, it's Kanye. $150.
I went to my favorite store on Greville Street the other day, and I was just wanted to buy a plain colored T-shirt.
Yep.
I was going in there expecting to pay $20-$30.
80.
70-80 bucks.
Yeah, that's absurd, dude.
Not
That's
interested.
absurd.
They're like, will you take it? I'm like, no, I would not.
There's a car towing company in North Carolina in America.
Yeah.
Camel toe.
Camel toe.
Camel toe.
Brilliant.
Camel toe.
That's brilliant. That's
I mean,
straightforward. That's not even. That's not disgusting. That's not misogynist. It's just funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't even think they even thought about it when they did it. They just
Hey, we like camels. We do towing. Camel toe.
And last one I saw was Soon Fat Chinese.
Soon Fat Chinese. Is this a food restaurant?
Yeah, it's a Chinese restaurant.
A food restaurant
Soon
as
Fat.
opposed to
it's
other
not that
restaurants.
funny, really, but I needed to round out that list, so there you go. It's Schindler's Lifts. That's the rest of the list.
The first 3 were the funny ones, and the last one there was just there for gigs.
Redeem your Fuck Dat Hotel coupon by saying generational Fuck Dat.
T-Mac, I talk a lot about the local
Yeah, you
club
do
down
talk a
in
lot.
Berwick.
You talk a lot.
I talk a lot.
You talk a lot.
Too
You
much.
talk too much, yeah.
Next segment.
Shut your face.
Fuck that hotel.
Fuck that hotel.
I like that. That's very funny. So I talk a lot about Blitz. Do I talk a lot about Blitz?
Yeah,
I've
Blitz is
mentioned
a club in Narre Warren.
It is
Oh!
indeed. Go.
Speaking of Narre Warren, just quickly.
Go.
That flyby story,
Mm-hmm.
the guy who did that
Yeah.
was in Narre Warren.
No.
Yes,
Okay, Narre Warren on the map.
on the map.
Narre Warren.
That's Joshua's hometown.
Most exciting thing to happen in Narre Warren since that's the
Since-
most exciting thing in
yes.
Narre Warren. So Blitz Hotel.
Yep.
Blitz nightclub.
Yep.
In Berwick.
Yep.
Which is right next to Narre Warren. It's changed managers and they've changed the name of it, T-Mac.
Oh, really?
So it's gone from Blitz, it's now called Dance Nightclub.
that's
Haven't
nice.
really put a lot of thought into it. They're like,
That's
what do people
good.
do at nightclubs? They dance. Let's call it Dance.
Well, that's what they thought the first time. They get blitzed. It's better, though.
They get
It's
Blitz.
better, yeah.
I just like Blitz. It's a lot better.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it is.
so they made a few changes to the nightclub. Thought I'd run you through a couple of them. Run your listeners through a couple of them because I want to advocate Blitz, just like I advocate Tony Abbott. Get down to Berwick if you can on a Saturday night. It's a very young crowd, but it's good fun. It's very good fun. A couple of the changes that they made because they wanted it to be categorically different to Blitz.
Okay.
Right? They've changed the name. They've changed the management. They want it to be different. They've changed the entrance to the actual place. New signage. They've also got all the bouncers speaking Spanish.
Oh, really?
Just to liven it up a little bit.
Then why isn't it called baile? Baile.
Is that dance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mr. Spaniard, Timothy.
Yeah, well, baile.
Oh, I like it. Every 2 hours, the music is turned off and everyone has a 15-minute power nap. Now, this is to conserve energy, T-Mac.
Sure.
Because it goes off.
Does it?
Well...
Have you been since it's been?
I've been a couple of times.
Yeah. Have they changed the music at all?
They haven't changed the music at all.
Well, that's all right then.
The bar is exactly the same.
And the decor is...
Decor's exactly the same.
Oh, is it? Okay.
All the staff is exactly the same. There's not much different.
So there really isn't much different.
There really isn't much different. Except for the Spanish thing, the power nap thing.
I got a question.
Go.
Can you still get secret backdoor entrance if you rub cocaine on your pants?
Absolutely.
So they still got the sniffer dogs out there.
There's still the VIP entry. If anything, the VIP entry has become even looser for us. We just wander straight to the front and it's fine because there's no... The bouncers have been given like special powers, right? Uh-huh. Authority to let whoever they want into the nightclub.
Okay.
Hence, BFC VIP.
Sure.
Mr. T-Mac. Instead of lights up, which means they put the lights up at the end of the night to say everyone, hey, fuck off. They just release wild hyenas into the nightclub.
That makes for fun clubbing.
Until everyone leaves. And they've put a little... they're making it fun for people, T-Mac. Okay?
Yeah.
They've taken an Indonesian refugee. They dress him up like a kid. They throw him into the nightclub. If you can find him and claim that he's the Indonesian refugee, and he is, you get a free drink card, Mr. T-Mac.
Okay.
So there you go. Find the Indonesian refugee at Dance Nightclub in Berwick.
Is he wearing circular glasses?
Absolutely. And a little Hessian hat.
Nice.
Little cute little Indonesian Hessian hat.
Aww.
Oh, Indonesians. Sweet.
Okay, yeah. So there you go.
I got a quick question for you. Just to finish off, Mr. T-Mac. Do you answer other people's phones when you're in the area, and they ring? Because your phone rang while you were getting a coffee for me, and I didn't answer it. But I know that you answer some people's phones sometimes. Is that something you do?
No, not really.
Okay.
But you mean mobile phones?
Yeah.
No, I never.
Because it's kind of their personal thing, eh? Like you don't want
to.
Because some people do it and they answer it and they're like, Timothy's phone, you know?
No, I don't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
I'll answer a public phone if I'm walking past it.
Yeah, just a pay phone, just like straight up.
We used to live when I was growing up back in California, just quickly up on this hill, and you could. There was a deck out there, and you could see way down to the local supermarket.
Yeah, you could.
So my sister set up a telescope.
Yeah,
that was focused right on the
telephone,
the public telephone right outside the supermarket.
Okay.
And so she went down there, got the number, and then we came up, and we would just call it and watch people answer it, and then we'd just be like, "Why are you looking around? What's up with that blue shirt you're wearing? That doesn't go with those pants at all." And just fully make comments about them, and they make them highly paranoid.
Lovely.
And they're like, "Why are you laughing? What are you looking around for?" You just like, and then they hang up, and you ring again. "Don't you hang up on me, bitch!" And just like all sorts of shit. Some people have been highly paranoid.
Fantastic.
I think it got a bit risky when then I got a laser pointer.
Yeah.
And I would, as we were on the phone with them with the telescope, we'd point the laser pointer on various parts of their bodies.
Brilliant.
And then just say, "Run!" You know what I mean? So.
And that worked. That was work.
Fun stuff you do when you're bored.
Fantastic. Yeah. That's fun for the whole family.
It is indeed.
So tell your friends about that one and get down to wherever you lived and try that one out. So, Generational, get onto facebook.com/generationalpodcast. Like the page. T-Mac, or go onto Twitter @Generational. Get on the bandwagon.
Do it. Tell your friends. Make sure you, if you are enjoying it, make sure you pass it along to your friends. That's the best way to really spread the love.
And even if they're not enjoying it, really, pass it on to your friends and tell them how bad it is.
If you have an enemy that you really want to offend, and you're just like, oh God, and you just be like, that dork will probably like their podcast. Pass it on.
Hey Ben, you're gonna love this.
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna love this. Yeah. These guys are pathetic, just like you.
Sizzy. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Nice to get you looking good. Yeah,
you're looking great.
Hey, you want to go have some fun?
Some nice
go listen to this. Yeah, go check that out.
Here's a short podcast for you to listen to.
There's a tube of acne cream and podcast name.
Damn.
Take it home.
Damn, one liner for you. We're helping people. We're helping people, T-Mac.
Look, Generational, clearing acne across the nation and
getting people laid.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, not really.
causing and or healing depression. Who knows which?
Catch us next week on Podcast Day. Thanks for hanging around on episode 51 into the second half of the 100 episode.
Yeah.
On the way.
On our way to Centurion.
Another 49 to go.
It's been a loose 30, so we'll stop it there because I think we're just fucking kind of
now we're just
talking for the sake.
Well, this is the thing that our podcasts are just time for you and me to catch up.
This is true.
This is just us talking.
Yeah, true.
That's why we don't have production meetings, because we don't want to know what we've come up with. We literally have funny shit for each other to talk about.
And let's try to get back on the generational tip, as it were. You know, Gen Y, Gen X, the name of the show. Mm-hmm. As you say, you know, whenever people hear us talking about that, they really get
excited.
They get inflamed.
It's like watching
in the loins.
Bruce Willis say, "I'm gonna die hard." You know, he never says that, but if he did say that,
never saw the movie.
Never saw the movie.
No, don't care about it.
I'm not interested. Don't like the cut of his jib, Mr. T-Mac.
Gotcha.
I don't know. He's all right.
Okay.
You guys okay?
Hey,
we're just doing it again.
I think we're out.
We're just rambling again. Aren't we?
We'll be done.
We should probably just go to the music now, shouldn't we? I think that's an
Before it ends, how much time we got on it?
That is an ep. Oh, there's 30 seconds to go.
Okay,
all right, let